Welcome to some random gameplay. I was having some issues with my audio interface, the game performance, and stuff like that. There's some new things that have come in 1.50. 1.50. We now have Nebraska. There's some extra settings for the graphics and some gameplay things. You could do simple settings for the graphics. They've overhauled the UI. It's pretty intuitive. You have anti-aliasing, so I dropped down my scaling from 400 to 100, but I've applied anti-aliasing. I turned off far shadows. I turned off ultra weather quality. Just a few subtle itty-bitty little things like that. Because even on my Ryzen 7 5700G, 32 gigs of DDR4 RAM, RTX 2070 Super, good enough computer for what I do. Playing World of Warcraft is what I do 90% of the time when I'm on my computer. But the 90% of the time I'm gaming, I'm playing on my PlayStation, so I don't need a strong computer at all. But it's quite capable, and it's been running this game like a dream. If you look at the top left, it's probably this way because my camera's reversed. What ends up happening is my frames have been dipping. They've been doing the dippity-doo. And I don't really like that. Sorry. So we're not anywhere. I'm in Omaha, Nebraska. I also don't have VSync on right now because I'm trying some different stuff. So I'm right here. I had a job that was going to bring me over here, but I screwed up. Didn't get it on time. So that's just what that is. So I'm going to go and pick up a job right now. But I just wanted to show you this here. And their idea is that they are abso-freaking-lutely going to do all of the US. Like that is the end game for this company that's been touted before. I'm not necessarily going to be driving with like the best, most realistic settings and stuff because right now I'm just looking to have fun. I got my glasses on because I want to see like fine little detail. Yeah, I mean I like seeing the dash. That's why I like this truck too, the Kenworth W900 something. Oh. Want to make sure I'm not going too fast as well, because that will affect my frames. I find if I'm like cranking down, going like 140 kilometers an hour, 150, there begins to be some issues. Whereas here, not too shabby. I'm liking the graphics. The anti-aliasing absolutely is doing something. And it allows me to turn down the scaling. But again, I get the frame dippity dip. But I turned off far shadows, and it could be that one setting alone. 59. I mean, I'll allow that, but I mean, I dipped into like 48s, early 50s earlier. Sometimes when I have my glasses on, it's kind of funny. I strain like really weird. It's like I'm having a stroke. It's really weird. Sometimes I feel like I'm trying to strain my head, keep them on my nose, and I'm like, bitch, I'm not even blind. As I almost crashed into a car. And now I'm going in the wrong side of the lane, but in my defense, it's because I don't want to smack into another post again. I don't want to do it. I can't, and I won't. Plus, I'm more concerned about sharing with you that there was an update. See, so far this is pretty good. What I'm gonna do is turn on... So I turn the screen space ambient, which to be honest with you, doesn't do all that much to begin with, at least not for me. It doesn't do it. There it is, vertical sync enabled. Just to, just to see. Sometimes it makes a difference. Most of the time I have it on. For most games I've played in my life. But yeah, I have a capable computer. Not like an amazing computer, but with all due respect, it should absolutely be able to handle this bullshit. And it ain't. I mean, it is, but it isn't. There's people with better computers than mine, good for you. And there's people with worse computers than me. Hell, there's some people I know that don't even have a computer. I mainly have a computer for, well, for recording, but I mean something that's half decent in power for the sake of World of Warcraft, American Truck Simulator. So I think like on my next computer, I'm going to go hog wild with a much better CPU than I was able to get during the pandemic, even just like 1-2 years ago. My computer's like actually relatively new, but there was still like supply and demand issues. Hopefully this is not complicated. Hopefully the job I want is still there. Yeah, so that's the one there. I figure like, you know what? We're going to go across Nebraska, dip into Colorado. Yeah, we're not going to Washington. Fuck that shit. Texas could be cool. Yeah, so there's that one. No, I wanted something that was going to bring us... Know what I'm saying? Know what I mean, man? Yeah, we're going to go with this one. Your trailer is ready. Yeah, so this one, call me a cheat. I don't care. I'm going to do it. I will do it. I don't give a rat's ass. Because normally I can actually do this pretty good. Okay, here we go. We're doing it. Oh yeah. Who's smooth? I'm smooth. Did it work? Did we lock in? Is it in yet? Know what I'm saying? We'll pretend those are gold bars. We're gonna be getting some mad money. Again, you want to check the mirrors at the top left and at the top right. Very important. I do have those extra ones just because in real life I would be able to see better than what is in the game, because I'd also be able to move my head. But with all the blinking I do, if I had the Toby or the Tubby camera, whatever it's called, with all the blinking I do and the head shaking, the hand waving, that shit would be all over the place. Can't have that now. Can't do it. Taking my time, taking it easy, because when you got a big one, you know what I mean? When you got the big one. Oh yeah. Which one's the... That's high beams. Okay, whatever. Now we're good. I mean, we were always good, but... And this is where some of the challenge can come in. A situation like this where you've got a big load, you got the big one, and you've got to look at your mirrors to make sure you're not just whipping it all over the place. Can't be doing that. And in some states, in some parts of the world, when you do a turn like this, you're allowed to go in the opposite lane for a little bit, so long as there's no traffic coming. And in some other places, they don't want you doing it. They're just like, figure it out. I think it's dumb. If there's no one around, there's no one around. I feel like here, I gotta use my mouse to look. Okay, so whatever. Whoa, 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 whoa. It's still a bit awkward in my chair with the mouse and all this kind of crap. Okay, straighten it out there. There we go. The red light. That doesn't always necessarily mean anything. Does nobody live in Nebraska? Know what I'm saying? Where is everyone? Not gonna complain. Maybe just a little bit. Oh yeah. Where are they going? So, you come here often? Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. Look what I can do. I can get rid of those mirrors. But it's not advisable because then I gotta... Like, it's really not comfortable. I could have that one there. Whatever. I just have them there. Hey, seriously, I ain't waiting for this light. No one's coming. Move, bitch. Get out the way. It went green anyways. Gotta watch my mirror. Normally you'd want to stay on that inside lane, but hey, who's gonna funk with me? No one. No one's gonna do it. It's still raining. I turned the probability down of rain from 40 to 30%. Just because it was getting a little much. I like a little rain. It's actually raining a lot where I am right now. Like a lot more than this. See, again, here, you're not technically supposed to do it, but I kind of go... I go a little wide. I can whip it right in. Know what I'm saying? Gotta whip it. Watch that trailer. It's a long one. Yeah, this game for me... I know I keep going on about this in every single goddamn video I ever upload on this series. It's one of my favorites. I don't play it a lot. I'm weird. I got OCD. The steering wheel, sometimes the cord rubs up against my leg. The way my setup is with all my wires, my lights, my cameras, all my consoles. It's kind of complicated. Then I gotta go underneath my desk. I gotta go pull it out, slap it on the table. Easier said than done. And then I end up just kind of getting discouraged. And then I just don't bother playing. And today I had an issue for the first time since I bought the wheel. It was randomly disconnecting, but yet it was still connected. So basically, it was stopping to respond properly. And I had to go underneath my desk. I had to change the wire. Now it's on top of my table. It doesn't look as clean. But when I'm done playing, I'm just going to disconnect it anyways. So my wheel, Logitech G29, is no longer connected to a USB hub. Hey. It's been working for years. All of a sudden, it just stopped working? I don't know. So I hardlined that bitch in my PC. Directly, no hub. Haven't been disconnected yet. I even played for about 15 minutes or so, 20 minutes before I started recording. And I haven't been disconnected yet. And before I did that and I was on the hub, I'd been disconnected like 10 times. I'm not even kidding. It was pretty bad. Something was going on there. But I am having a lot of fun now that shit's going my way. This is it. This is just such a beautiful thing. This game is a great joy. Yeah, so I want to say Far Shadows is probably, for me, what was probably the single biggest factor in helping me preserve some FPS. I also have it so that the traffic is cut down in half, but I did that years ago. Well, years ago, not like I've been playing the game for 10 years, but I did something to the file where you can turn down the amount of traffic, which is pretty cool. A little dip here and there. Whatever. Yeah, C56, 55. Kind of bugs me a little bit. Because again, World of Warcraft, I just don't have that issue, and that's 46. We dipped to 46. That's not good. You know something, and I don't want to do this. Don't want to do it. I'm tempted because you can also change your FPS limit. 60. Yeah, right. I wish. Sometimes I'm like, you know what? Sometimes I wonder if I should just do this. But for now, I'm going to leave it at 60, but I'm going to disable the VSync again just to kind of see, to check it out. I would really hate to have to drop my FPS to like 40. But if I ever noticed for whatever reason that I have to do that, I don't know. It's, yeah, it's kind of pissing me off, to be fully honest with you. In which case, at that point, I might as well do high, screen space ambient. I might as well go enabled, lock it at 40, do far shadows, do that, and that's really all I turned down. There's no anisotropic filtering. Might as well crank that back up to 16. I might as well. I'm going to lock it at 40. I don't think I've ever gone below like 46, 48. So now I'm locking it at 40. Better than 30. It's that extra 10 FPS. Now I want it. So help me God if I go in the 30s. That'll be the end of that. Oh, actually, I want to do something else. I hope you don't mind. I'm sorry. And I don't know if it's going to make a difference. Scaling. I used to have that bitch on 400. Really, really crank it. That should make a little bit of a... Yeah, a little bit of a difference. That extra 20 frames per second, don't get me wrong, it would make a difference. But honestly, I also play Forza on my Xbox at 30 FPS. On my Series X in fidelity mode. I enjoy it, and that's like a fast-paced game. This one's going to feel... Naturally, it's going to be more jagged or whatever you want to call it. But for me, I want the visual fidelity to remain as high as possible. And I think that's what's important to me. So the fact that I can just very easily on the fly lock that FPS, I do appreciate that. For a game like this, not to make excuses and downplay it, but honestly, we could maybe agree that this is one of those games where not quite having 60 FPS is probably not as important as like a Call of Duty game and some others. Again, very much appreciated, but right now I'd rather have no frame dips whatsoever. By the way, we are not going to do this whole job. Just way too crazy. Way too long. I am going a little fast, so that'll also put stress on the game, and I cranked everything up, and I'm still doing pretty good. Yeah, so, you know, it's Nebraska. You know what it looks like. You see trees and grass. It's not going to be as, like, wild or exotic as, you know, Texas or Florida, depending on where you're from. But, yeah, this game, I'm telling you, it just makes me so happy. Yeah, there's a little bit of rain still. Yeah, a little bit of rain. I don't know why I'm so against having my windshield wipers on. Not big of a deal. You know what? I don't mind the 40. I really, honest to God, do not mind the 40. $140K. Move, bitch. That sounds a bit more manly. The other one sounds a little bit... I won't say it or I'll get canceled. You know what I was thinking. Sounds feminine. Massachusetts. 143. Haven't dropped a single frame since I locked that biatch to 40. Hey, movies are recorded at 24 FPS, so I'm just saying. If you can watch Fast and the Furious at 24 FPS, you can watch American Truck Simulator at 40. That's almost double the FPS. Oh, yeah. See what I did there? It's me trying to downplay the importance of 60 FPS in the year 2024 at 1080p to boot. But yeah, look at that visual fidelity. It's glorious. You know what's really funny? And I gotta do this, I'm sorry. First of all, how long have I been recording? Failed to modify. Topic. Bitch, I'm asking you. Maybe it's because it's already gone. It's already gone. 21 minutes, just as long as the South Park episode. Same time, half the entertainment, if even that. With my video, that is. I'm just going to stop it here, to be honest with you. So yeah, this was kind of like a, sort of like a, well, not sort of. It was a first look, just not an in-depth look at the game. And yeah, and I'm very excited to, you know what I'm saying? To figure out how do I do the photo thing? We're going to, photo mode, there you go. Thumbs up if you liked the video. It does greatly help support that channel with the algorithm in trying to make me more relevant in the search results when people are looking shit up. And if you didn't like the video, go ahead, give it a thumbs down. Bend it in half, twist it. I'll break it off in your ass. And if you want to subscribe to the channel, I mean, naturally, that would be great now, wouldn't it? But if not, thanks for stopping by anyways. Take care. And maybe, if I'm lucky, I'll see some of you in the next one. God, I love the settings of this game. It's just not normal. It just really isn't effing normal. How good it is. Like, just wow. All right. Take care. Bye for now.